Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2. What if deku was the Muffin Man? It's a funny name though, bruh. So, like I said in the last part, that I'm gonna go over what happened in the what happened in UA. I'm gonna make this a long series. So, as Bakugo trained for the Katsuki trained for this, the entrance exams. Using her quirk, she, got really good with it. As she went to the entrance exams, she, got second place. Momo got first, and now we're going to the battle portion. She doesn't talk or do anything during that time, but either still interrupts President Mike. No, saying that I cannot believe that UA would make such a drastic mistake. No, but President Mike stops either before she can say anything else and says, "I was going to explain the 0-pointer before you interrupted me." This, makes Ida look stupid. And President Mike explains the 0-pointer. It's just an obstacle. You can fight it if you want to, but if you don't, just run away. As they go out on the field, Bakugo gets the same area she does in Cannon. They say go, she rushes off. She started, blowing robots up with her explosions. She get first place with this. I can't remember the amount of points she got in Cannon, but, get a little bit more than in Cannon. Now, Bakugo gets in. She got first place. All Might, they get the letter. All Might comes on. Just congratulations, young Katsuki Bakugo. You got first place on the entrance exam. Welcome to your hero academia. As Bakugo goes to school, whole class full of girls, she get there. She sits down in the same seat she sits down in. I can't remember what seat it was, but it don't matter. As she sits down, minding her own business. As Bakugo is arrogant. Just, same arrogance as Cannon, but a little less. Because, Mitsuki, she got the arrogance off her daughter a little bit too late, but, she got enough out. And, Inko, her influence on her, after Inko became clean, she stopped drinking. She became clean. She picked herself back up, and she is sorry for what happened to Deku. That she was like that. She's sorry about everything, but, But there is one student that is in this class, the Invisible Girl. She isn't there. Along with some other students, like Dupla Arms and Tokiyami and Shinso. They're not in class. The Invisible Girl didn't make the cut, and the rest of them are boys. As the boys been treated, evilly. They've been beat. They've been talked about. Oh no, my throat just got so hot. That hurt. As the boys starting to hate, the way the world is, they want to change it. And they hate the fact that girls are the only ones born with quirks. Oh yeah, in the last part I said, boys are starting to develop quirks. I didn't mean that. I meant to say they start to develop powers, like abilities. But it's not every boy. It's one out of a million. But Deku the only one who knows how to make people develop these powers on purpose. Some boys just develop them, and females get mad at that. Now, while this is all happening, Deku, this is 14-year-old Deku. He basically just killing people. I ain't really want to say this, but genocide in Africa. That's what's going on. As he finished that, he brings up a gate. He goes back to his hideout. As Deku already is, no, actually, no. No, that can't happen. Deku's in prison by then. Yeah, Deku's in Tartarus. He don't get out till 18. When he breaks out, man, I made this nigga. How come I already got two whales with two of my Dekus? They went to prison and they breaking out. Like, it's so easy. But it is easy. Well, it's easier to play God. That's what we do with it. What ifs? We play God. But we aren't. We're just playing. And Deku is in Taurus. As basically everyone gets in class, and Aizawa comes in and says, "Alright, class, we're starting. Alright, I'm the teacher. Shotoi Aizawa." I don't know which part of her name is the first one, but just know every character, and that's in UA, is a girl. None of them boys except Nezu. And it says, "Shut up and be quiet. Shut up and sit down." Took you guys 8 seconds to shut up and sit down. That won't do it all. Put on these uniforms and go outside. That's what Rocky says. What about orientation? You're in the hero school. Orientation does not matter. Just do what I said. Go outside. That's it. I'll go outside. And, after changing, Nada doesn't try to peek on anyone because she's a girl too. But she does look at other girls. Gotta keep that perviness somehow. And as they all get on the field, they throw the ball. Bakugo gets second place after Araku, who gets infinity. How we got, what Bakugo got in the canon, but, a little bit better than what he got in canon. The winner throws the ball. Mina says this is going to be fun. Aizawa says this is not going to be fun. Since you want to think that way, whoever gets last place gets expelled. So that happens. Oh yeah, the person who's taking Kendo, Obara, and female Monoma. They take in all the class 1A that I didn't have in their places. So everyone throws the ball. Mineta gets last place in all of the tests, but he don't get kicked out. She don't get kicked out, I meant to say. Aizawa sees promise in Mineta's quirk, but her perviness is what's going to be the downfall of her. And then next time it's the fights. All Might comes in saying, "I am here," and he explains that we're going to be doing the Heroes for his villains. Oh wait, one more character I need to put in there. Tetsu. Yeah, female Tetsu. Also there. Class 1A. I forgot I got to fill in on Deku spot. That's 4 characters. Female Monoma, female Tetsu, Abara, and what's her name again? I forgot her name that fast. I forgot. Kendo. Yeah. Those are the 4 characters that's taking the student spot. So, as All Might comes in saying, I am here, walking through the door like a hero. As everyone goes crazy saying, All Might. All Might then says, we're going to be doing the hero versus villains. You know, so put on your hero costumes and meet me outside. As everyone puts on their hero costumes. Baku got the same hero costume as the cannon, but dialed down the gauntlets. You know, they hold up a sweat. They a little bit more slimmer. They're not as beefy as a cannon. And you know, as everyone goes out, they looking at each other's costume, complimenting them, and then they go in the room. All Might says, I'm going to choose which team you guys are going to be on by random lottery. As he chooses, it's Ida and Bakugo versus Tetsu, and Araka. As they go, Ida and Bakugo villain seems like a cannon. Bakugo basically just rushes, you know, Tetsu and Araka. She takes him down pretty fast. You know, and you know, that's hopefully as they leave the building and All Might tells them what they did wrong, what they did right. You know, they basically said that Bakugo didn't really use teamwork. You know, said stuff like that. Now, there were no goals, and they fights vary from winning to losing. So, now, you know, everyone is choosing class representative. The reason I'm, flying through this is because I'm trying to get to what deku is. At 18, you know, that all the things happen. So, well, let's start off from the path right quick. As Inko just arrived at some place that she walks in, she requests to visit someone. As they allow her, as she goes in with guards around her, you know, she sees this place that's heavily guarded. There's people everywhere. They have guns. They have a lot of things. It's very heavily guarded. Most of the time, one of the top 10 pro heroes from each country would come. There'll be multiple heroes there. Even All Might would come sometimes, which All Might is there right now. Staying guard, which he has to stay there. He has enough time on his quirk to stay there at least for 2 more hours. Then he has to leave. And the guards know that he has to leave in 2 hours. It's Ego sees All Might. Then she goes into, basically this area. As she looks behind the glass and she sees her son, Izuku Midoriya, sitting on his throne with his legs crossed, looking down at her. She can't see his face, just covered in shadows. Then she sees a smile creep across his face. All she can see is his teeth. And his eyes, his green eyes, looking back at her. And she didn't hear his voice after so long. Well, well, what are you doing here, mother? Cinco says, Izuku? Ah, so you remember my name? Well, it doesn't really matter. But, what is the purpose of your visit? What do you want? What can I do for you? Why are you here? As Cinco doesn't answer that question. Deku says, I see. You're not gonna answer my question, are you? Well, it doesn't really matter. So I can see you got over your little addiction of alcohol. Well, that's good for you, I presume. Just poison to the mind. So what can I do for the pleasure of visiting me, mother? As Cinco says, why did you become a villain? Deku says, I didn't become a villain of my free will. I was forced to take the role of a villain. As he holds up a little gingerbread cookie as it comes to life. You know, it basically stands up and it starts running. She's wondering how that's possible. She know that he didn't have a quirk. Deku says, if you're wondering how this is, it's not a quirk. This is an ability that I acquired for being forced to cook for you every day. And also an ability that I worked on every single day when I was in that place. A place where they force children to fight. A place that I had to survive. A place where I had to kill to survive. A place that they would kill us if we didn't fight. It was a living hell. If you were there, trust me, you wouldn't want to get out. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. See you later. As he basically, disappears. Cinco's wondering how that happened. But she don't stay too long on that. As she walks away, a little bit saddened from the fact that her son, basically became a villain. Because of her. So, let's get back to the present. Well, not the present. Back to a different point of view. As Bakugo. As they picking class representatives. And, Ida and Momo are picked to, lead the class. So, Momo says, okay, Ida's, excited because she gets the lead. So, that happens. As they all go to lunch. As the alarm goes off, saying that villains are here. Ida the comms that went down from the hell of Araka, basically using her quirk. So, they calm everyone down, then they they tell everyone after this go back to class. As you know, that's all over. They go back to class. As I would announce is that they're going to the USJ. As they get on the bus and they go. As they arrive at the USJ, moments after, as I was telling them they're going to be there. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention to the story much. I'm just doing stuff. Alright, I'm pause this. As they arrive at the USJ, shortly after, what's her name? 13 started explaining, the villains arrive. They announced that they're here to kill All Might, and the normal comes out. There's still a male normal, As Kurogiri teleports everyone away into different areas. Bakugo's teleported to the area she was in canon. I cannot remember which area. Tetsu is in the area with, Tetsuyu and Mineta. As Mineta saves Tetsu from the water and brings him on the boat, her on the boat, as Mineta sadly dies. And she died. In the water, one of the villains killed her. As they see this, they're a little bit more scared as they get back to land. They get back to land, And Aizawa still gets beat up by her normal. This when All Might comes, After Ida escaped and he told Nezu, after a while All Might comes in and he fights the normal. After sustaining a lot of damage to himself, All Might still defeats the normal. Kurogiri and Shigaraki, still leave like in canon. Later on, they figure out that Mineta died. And, Yue gets a bad rep because one of the students died. They had a funeral for Mineta, and Yue gives their condolences and, they're sorry. And, that's over with. The next thing that happens is the sports festival. As this is a way to make all the kids, forget about what happened, to get their mind to erase that bad memory. As the sports festival happens, Bakugo has to give a speech. He says, I'm just going to win, like in canon. I don't got time to make a complicated speech. So, that happens. So, as they go in to the race. Todoroki still does the same thing she did in canon. Bakugo explosions better than what they were, so she just blow right through the ice, and she's hot on Todoroki's tail. Todoroki can see that, so she started speaking up. Even though Endeavor is a girl, and Ray is a boy, she still got half and half quirk. Half ice, half fire. The way it is basically the quirk gene inside of a male is not active, but they still have it. They can still pass it down to a female. Basically, Todoroki got the quirk gene of her mother and her father. Basically activating both quirk genes. Basically giving her half ice, half fire. So, as that happens, she don't really use her fire because of, things like that, like canon. So, She gets put in first place. Todoroki gets first place in this one. Bako gets second. Most people go after Todoroki, but she's able to defend her first place status, getting first place in that again. Bako getting second place. Monoma wasn't able to steal Bako's, headband this time. As now it's the battles. Yes, the battles are pretty much like canon. Tetsu versus Shinso. This time, Shinso in here. This on everybody versus random people. Basically, some people versus random people. First battle is Tetsu versus some random person. Actually, no. The fights go like canon themselves without certain fights. Yeah, I'm just gonna say this basically. Bakugo won first place, Todoroki second, and Kaminari. Next note. Kirishima. Yeah, Kirishima third. So, Ida still gets a call telling her that her sister got hurt as she's going after revenge. So, that happens, and Bakugo still chooses, what's his name? Best Genius as her agency. Todoroki chooses Endeavor. Because she's starting to use a fire because she noticed that she isn't moving at full capacity without it. So, and because Bakugo gave her a speech that she thought that Deku would have gave Todoroki if he was here. And she do know that Deku is a villain. As she tells Todoroki. That was once a person that I knew. But he went down the path of villainy. He was the first boy to ever be born with a quirk. And not just any quirk, a powerful one. But now he's a villain. As Todoroki is shocked from this, and she looks up. Now the first boy to be born with a quirk, that's a villain. And she sees the number one villain, Izuku Midoriya, goes by the name of Muffin Man. Yeah, I'm stupid. I didn't sniff Deku last one. No, it's Muffin Man. As she is shocked in this. Now, Evan goes on the internship. Ida still, tracks down Stain and fights Stain. But sadly in this one, Ida dies. She dies to Stain. No. After being, fighting with Stain, she got killed. Stain is a much, better warrior than Ida. Stain has, been through more things than Ida. He has more experience. That's why Ida lost. Ida died in this one. Sorry for Ida, but she died. So, Ida dies. UA is sad from this, and Tensei is sad. Everyone is sad that Ida died, but they know it's her fault that she died. And Manuel also got hurt. So as that's over with, I need to scratch my head. So everyone gets back. They mourn the death of Ida. As one more is knocked off UA's list. As Monoma is moved in Class 1A and another unknown student. So, UA does their final exams. If y'all get mad at me because I'm taking this too fast, then y'all can tell me. But like I said before, I'm trying to speed through the UA days and tell you guys about this. Basically, this is going to be a free story. Basically, after UA. So, Momo gets first place on the written. Bakugo second. On the battle, it's Bakugo and Tetsu versus All Might. As they lose. Sad to say, but they lose. Actually, no, they win. Because, Bakugo basically blows All Might up and, just basically stuns All Might for a minute. And, they run to the exit. Bakugo knows that she can't beat All Might, so they run to the exit. And they win. People are a little bit shocked that they won against All Might, but, they technically didn't fight them that much. They just ran away. So, that's over with. Now it's the forest start. As they're on the bus to go to the forest, they get off, to stretch their legs out and things like that. This one, the Pussycats roll up. They send them down the mountain. Now Coda isn't here. While I was saying she isn't here, she's with her father because her mother's the only one that has a quirk. And she don't know who came with hero, but his father couldn't become a hero, didn't have a quirk, so he just stand with the father. So everyone trained like they did in canon. Now we go to the villain attack. Everyone is still in the forest. Muscular comes out. Nobody's in the forest. They didn't start that yet. As the villains start attacking. They come out the forest, hitting Tetsu. Muscular hit Tetsu with his hardening on and Kirishima too. Breaking their hardening and sending them flying. As Bakugo fights with Muscular a little bit, but she gets taken down. As Ozawa puts his quirk on Muscular and they take down Muscular. It was harder, but they had to. Then the villains come out. More villains, and they start fighting them. Magna takes the woman that he didn't canon. Mr. Compress takes Bakugo. And that's it. And they basically escape. Along with some blood from Ochako. Gotten by Toga. That's their escape. Momo did place the track on an Omu. So, they go away. They teleport back. And they have Bakugo in their custody and they trying to make Bakugo become a villain. The students are still thinking about saving Bakugo and they enact their plan. Same time, the heroes enacting theirs. My throat is hurting. During this whole time, Deku has been, sitting there strong, eating food, basically working out, doing things like that. And the prison guards are, basically scared of Deku. They know if he ever escapes, that they might die. And this one All Might, fighting, awesome. and she defeats him like Kenny. Oh yeah, they say Bakugo and get away safely. All Might defeats, All For One, and they put All For One in the cell. Actually, they put All For One in the same cell as Deku. All For One tries to take Deku quirk to try to escape, but it doesn't work. As Deku, sitting on strong, smiling at All For One, says, "You think I actually had a quirk? How funny." Oh. Well then, since you really did try to take my quirk and kill me with it, I'm sorry, but I can't let you live. Goodbye. As Deku basically sends All For One into outer space. All For One is in a vacuum of space. Her quirks don't help her in space. She got nothing that can let her survive in space. As All For One passes on. One for All is lost. As every, hero saw that, every single hero was there. The top 10 heroes were there. Along with All Might, in his own Small Might form. They all saw Deku basically after All For One tried to steal his quirk, send All For One into outer space, as All For One died. Everyone is shocked from this, and they thinking that Deku was way too strong to be here. As Deku basically just got the grin on his face. No, everyone's thinking Deku as a monster. He's too strong to be here. Oh yeah, Endeavor is, number one hero. Like in Kenny. Now, they go through their provisional license exams. They do know their quirks, So they fake Deku, which Bakugo hates that this dude looks so much like Deku. So she doesn't shake his hand, she doesn't talk to him, she don't even like looking at him. As they walk in, they try to take my way, but it doesn't work. It backfires on them, and everyone in your way pass. Except for some random student that got bumped up to UA. Class 1A. Next is the saving people. They save more people than the cannon. And Bakugo doesn't really yell at anyone. Even if they male or female, she doesn't really yell at them. And she don't really care. That's all done with. Todoroki still fought with Yarshi, and your Arshi or you? I think it's your Arshi. You Arshi. Yeah, I had to say his name right. And basically they did defeat Gang Worker after working together after a while. But they still fight. Fought. And Cammy, she still lost too. As those are the only ones that have to do the extra part. Why so many people posted right now? That's something that happens. Ow. They just bit my finger. So Mario comes in, asking if he can fight everyone in class 1A. He fights them and takes them all down. Mario has one fall. Don't forget that. As he doesn't ask anyone to come to an IRS agency. As someone comes to his agency. As everyone goes to the same agency they did in Canyon. Bakugo goes to the same agency she did in Canyon. Everyone does. As Mario goes back to patrolling the street. You see a little girl, Eri. Then goes back to Sonai. Sonai says that we finally found the place of one called Chizaki. or overhaul. Muriel says, "Oh, okay." As they go to the planning room, all the heroes get there, and some of the class 1A students get there. They wonder why these kids here. I don't remember why they're here again, but don't ask me. And so now he explains that we have to save a little girl named Eri, and take down Shizaki. As Muriel sees Eri, says, "Oh, I saw her before." As Tsunade says, "You think about save her? This little girl has been, drained of her blood. She's been tortured. Not tortured, basically. She's been dismembered, put back together, dismembered, put back together." Muriel hearing all this, things that happened to this little girl, he felt bad that he didn't save her. He didn't notice the signs. As they go in, they go into the battle. So now they get stabbed right through the stomach, like a cannon. Muriel finds Eri and gets shot, losing his permeation quirk, but he still got one for all as he takes down Sonata's goon. So now they then, start walking away with Eri. Muriel then catches up, kicks Sonata, kicks Overhaul in the back of the head. He drives to Eri. He then picks Eri up. Eri a little bit, shocked from this, but she, uses her quirk on Muriel. He gets his permeation back, but she didn't do it on purpose, and he gets, 100% of one for all. Oh yeah, he could have, controlled 25% regularly because he has to become accustomed to the quirk. So he has 100% right now, and he fights Overhaul. It's like Deku fight, but permeation Muriel. And because his quirk is boosted, he permeated the area along with him. As they defeat Overhaul, and Overhaul is taken to jail. He still loses his arms from Shigaraki decaying them. Well, her arms. As that's when they had the second sports festival, and the rest of the events of UA happened. We're all catched up. I'm sorry that I rushed through everything, but I had to. As this one, more years pass by. Deku turned 18. Deku says, it's finally time for me to escape. As the heroes think, escape? There's no way you can. As Deku basically brings up a gate, he walks through. The heroes see that he escaped. They sound the alarms. Like I said, Prisoner Zero escaped. As let's pick up back in where we at, let's pick up back where we at. As the top 5 villains in the world. Number 1 is Izuku Midoriya. Number 2, Shinso, whatever his name is. Number 3, number 1, Deku. Number 2, Tokiyami. Number 4, Duplo Arms. Number 3, Duplo Arms. Number 4, Shinso. And number 5, Invisible Girl. As they see that all these kids became villains. And all these boys have quirks. Well, what they think are quirks, but they're basically skills. Tokiyami's is shadows. Duplo Arms is strength. Invisible Girl is a stealth. And Shinso's is trash talking. Well, basically it's distraction, manipulation of one person. You basically distract them, manipulate them, just your words alone. It's like Naruto's talk no jutsu, basically something like that. But imagine a villain had it and they use it, but it's villain. Top 5 villains in the world. Everywhere they go is destruction. Multiple people died, multiple planes crashed, and a lot of things like that. And this, I'm gonna leave this part off. I have to go. I'm not feeling too well, so I might not post later on. Goodbye.